My name is Martin Reiser. I work as a sales manager for Magicplan in the US region or all North America. And Magicplan is an app for basically for the whole, like everything that has to do with houses, with homes, residential, real estate, construction. Everybody can use it. And with Magicplan, you can create floor plans. And based on the floor plans, you can create inspection reports and then also estimates. Amazing. So we want to go to Magicplan. Amazing, cool. So just a quick intro. What you see on the screen is the Magicplan application. And just you see here all your projects on the main screen. And when you click on all, you see all the projects that you have stored on the cloud. And then you can download them to your device. On the left upper corner, you have the access to all your workspaces. And then on the right upper corner, you can adjust the settings. And it's really important. You wanna change the units when you work in the US to Imperial. And then also you wanna change your company information here. And because this will be later printed on the export. And so what I want to show you right now is how Magicplan works, like how you create your first project. And with Magicplan, you have here the opportunity to use different modes to scan your room and create your floor plan. And what I want to show you right now is the scan with camera mode. It's our AR, so augmented reality mode, that also adds an AI has an AI integration, sorry, and I just quickly show you right now. I hope it's working. So you should see my shoes right now. Perfect. So how does it work? You see this measurement stick right now, and with this measurement stick, you want to aim at the corners, and then we have this AI recognition of corners. And so you see this green circle appearing, and you just want to walk through your room and then go to the next corner, and then you see the circle appearing, and then Magicplan automatically drops that circle. And then you want to, like, since there is this little nook and it's like a little bit difficult to find the other corner, you want to turn off the auto recognition, and then you just mark the corner on your own. So you just drop the thing. And then what you realize right now I turned it on again, you have here all the cabinets. And so I can aim through the cabinets, and normally Magicplan should recognize this corner on its own. Yes, it does it. So it automatically recognizes this corner, like it aims at like it uses AI to calculate this corner with this corner down here. And so when I just keep going, I make it here another one, and for the ease of use, just finish it up here. And then I go around in the room, and then I finish it up. Nope. Okay, and what you then want to do, you want to measure the room height. And now we have this AI recognition of doors and windows, and therefore you just want to aim on a door, and then you detect it. You want to aim on the bathroom door, you add it to the plan. Next door, and then also for the windows, you want to just aim at them, and Magicplan adds them automatically. So here I have to go a little bit closer. And then down here, you have a contextual menu where you can select the right type. And then we're done. We press on finish. And now, as you can see, you have this floor plan. And so I can those measurements are precise. They are precise. They're 95 to 98% precise. And what you can do with Magicplan is you can connect a Bluetooth measure device. And so when you go into for dimension here, oops, sorry. You see on the left upper corner this laser button. And so what you want to do right now, you would just click on the laser device, then you see we're connected with the stabular laser. So I just go back, I disconnected, now you see the stabular laser, then you would connect it. And now I can remeasure this dimension with the laser, and it adds it automatically to the plan. So you see right now it's 335, and with the laser it's 341. So I think it's an error margin of like around 3%. Yeah, like this, you create a room in Magicplan. And then you can turn it around. And so what I want to show you next is just when we go, for example, in the sample project, and you would, in Magicplan, you would just go from room to room and scan every room. And then you can select those rooms, and then you really just can stitch them together like a puzzle. Perfect. And then you can go out, and then you have a floor plan with all the dimensions. Do you have questions there?
Yeah. So let's say I capture my room. What can I use? What can I do with that type of information? Can I use that if I'm going to model stuff out? Can I do that with, when I'm trying to design a room? How can I use that information?
So, yeah. So let me just quickly change to the simulator. Okay. So we switched now over to Magicplan on the computer. That it's a simulator, and it simulates the Apple iPad Pro. And so when you, for example, I prepped here this plan, if you open it up, and here you see now all the or you can go into the plan, and then you see all the measurements that you collected. And now you have this ready-made floor plan. What can you do with it? So first of all, you could furnish it. A lot of companies are just using it to like using the measurements and then provide customers with like furnishing ideas. And so on the left side, you have all the standard library. When you click here on more, you have a lot of other different possibilities to add, for example, like appliances, kitchen cabinets, furniture. And when we go now up here and press done, you could, for example, just say, hey, I want to put a couch into the room. Then you would go onto furniture. And let's say we want to drop this couch in the room, and then you literally can just move it around and position it here. And like this same idea with, for example, appliances, here is a fridge. You would just, you also always have up here the search function. You can say, I need a fridge. And then you find here a two-door fridge, and then you can drop it in here and just move it to the right position. So this is the first step. But basically, a lot of users then furnish their plan. And once they have it furnished, there is another possibility what you can do. You can add annotations to the plan, like on construction sites. For example, you would just want to mark certain areas, or also like we work with restoration companies. So if there is a damage in the apartment, you can just add annotations. So for example, you can do, sorry, we go into the room again, and we can add objects here, and we have here the annotation objects. And so, for example, if there's like a certain area you want to cover, you can just move around the ellipse. Or also, like what's a really nice annotation feature is the camera. So basically, if you say, hey, I want to take a picture of this corner here from this position in the room, you could then just tap on the camera device, and or down here on details, you click on photo, and then the native photo app of your device comes up, and you can just add pictures. Since I'm on the simulator right now, I cannot do this, but I have some pictures covered here. Let's say the corner had mold, so you can just add it to the plan like this. And then you have here, you have the structural information that you took the picture from this position, and the picture like resembles this corner. Then also what you can do is when you go again into annotations, you have different action objects. For example, let's say there is a position that you want to like you want to remove this couch again, then you can just communicate very nicely. You put this removal object on, and so like this, you can really enrich your floor plan with other information. And maybe the last feature I want to show is, let's say, also what's really nice, and I think we're really unique in that, when you go onto a wall and, for example, select this point and then add informations in the details section, Magicplan then right away stores the structural information. And like this, you really nicely can like store all the data you want to have in the structural context. Let's just say, let's add this picture. Cool. So, and once, maybe I just move on with the demo. Once you created this floor plan and you added all the information you want to have, the next step, what you can do with Magicplan with your project, is creating an estimate. And there, when you see now here my apartment, you want to say, hey, I would like to paint the whole apartment. So you have here the estimation function in Magicplan, and you could then just say, hey, okay, I want to paint the whole project. And what's really nice is you can integrate your own price list. And so basically you in the backend, and I can show you that later in the cloud, you have the option to integrate a price list with your own price data, with all your line items, and you can integrate that here. And so let's say you can build different modules also. Let's say we want to paint the room, we go into the painting module. And so you have all those different work steps. Let's say you want to paint the room, we select that. Down here, you also have this add to function, which means you can select the rooms that you want to add it to. So when we say we don't want to paint the whole project, we just want to paint the living room, we select the living room, and we want to paint the bedroom. And then we say add. And now it's really nice because when we now, for example, go into the living room and want to select paint walls, you have all those different line or work steps set up for you. So you have to lay drop cloth, you have to prime the walls, and then you have to paint the walls. And this is all integrated with prices. And then also, so you can, for example, give the customer different option of paints. So you integrate different option of paints, and then Magicplan automatically updates the pricing information here. And then the next step is you want to really be precise in what walls you want to paint. So you can unselect and select different single walls, and then also Magicplan updates the surface area. Or what you can even do is you can open up here the information, and then you want to go down here, and down here you have the option to define the wall area. And you can then in elevation mode just click around, and let's say, hey, this door you don't want to paint, so you can unselect it. And so when I just keep going, there's another door. We don't want to paint this door, so I just add a corner here. And then I add another corner here, and then I have the possibility to unselect the door. And then obviously Magicplan updates the surface area and then also updates the pricing information. Yes. So do you have questions related to that right away?
Yeah, so this seems like be a good product for not only a homeowner who needs work done, but then also a contractor who is trying to price out work or submit information. Is that right?
Yeah, sure. And we are right now working, because we found that, like, obviously the integration of price lists sounds very good. A lot of contractors have just so many line items that they on their own work with cost data programs like RS Means or Craftsman Book, and we are just working on integrating this cost data into Magicplan, so construction companies can right away start out of like a cost book, and then based on the cost book use Magicplan with those line items.
Okay. And so until that happens though, if I'm a contractor, I can update the pricing in here manually to reflect what's current and accurate in my area.
Absolutely. So how it works, we have in the backend, maybe I just open it up quickly and show you the cloud too. We have here the Magicplan cloud. And you see here all your projects that you ever created. So that's also for our customers always like the fear when you deinstall the Magicplan app, you don't lose any of your projects because they're all stored on the cloud. And so here this project 10 was the one we were working on, but what I want to show you is this price list feature. When you open it up, you can integrate here as many price lists as you want. So for different regions or different work groups, you have different price lists. And let me just open one quickly. There you see that I have to move that away. So with this feature here, and basically you can download the prices as an Excel. So basically, it's an Excel document, and once you download it, you can just update it very easily inside Excel. And then you just have to upload it again into Magicplan, and then it's populated into the app.
Okay. Okay. Does that factor in at all taxes?
Yeah, you can obviously add taxes.
Okay.
And also, like we know that, like in the US, every state has different tax codes, so you can update that too.
Okay. And so, and this might be so. And maybe this should have been the starting question, but what kind of dimensions can I pull? So is it length and square footages? What other are there other dimensions that you guys pull or read?
So basically, you create or you recreate the structure, and with recreating the structure, you have all the dimensions of the structure. And what we also maybe that will be clearer for your viewers. We create the statistics file, and in the statistics file, you see then all the dimensions we gather. So basically, it's the volume of the room, it's all the surface areas, it's everything. And also this, maybe we talk about that later, but with our API, you can really export all of this data and be very precise in what you want to gather and whatnot. So if I open that up right now, you see here all the statistics of your project, and you see all how many rooms you have, and then also really broken down the square footage, the cubic measurements, and so on.
Okay. And then what kind of reporting features? So if I'm a contractor, I created a bid or a proposal using Magicplan. I guess what's the reporting feature that I can then give to my customer or client?
So the reporting features fine. So you can create different exports. So basically, Magicplan, you can export everything. You can start by just exporting the floor plans without any other information. Even like you can either create a floor plan document. Maybe I can show you that right now. You can create here this sketch PDF, and that shows then all the I can just quickly open it up, and it will be clearer. Okay, so when we do that, you can then scroll around. So the floor plan PDF just shows you the project as a whole in a floor plan, and then broken down into all the rooms. And then we also have a report PDF. When we click on that, it creates kind of an inspection report of the project. So we have then also all the floor plans, but enriched with all the annotations that you took, and also enriched with all the pictures. And so when we open it up quickly, you will see that. So the inspection reports looks like this. You have here your project information, a little map where the project is located, and then I have to turn off the markup function. Then you go down, you see again all the project information. You see all the annotations that we added. And when we now scroll down and go into the living room, you have all those informations that I added. And then when we go down, you have, I think you remember, I added those pictures. Obviously, they're ugly pictures for the mold, but you see them now, like number 3. When you go back later on, number 3 is here, the photo that we took. or the wall in the photo. Where is it? Number 3, somewhere here. And like this, it's really nice to like to communicate with your office where what picture was taken, and like just to not lose those informations.
Mm-hmm.
And then last but not least, we can also create an estimate file, PDF. And this is then literally the one that shows all the pricing information that we created. And yeah, let me just open it up quickly. Okay, so again, you have here all your information, and then when we go down, you have a little introduction, and then you have everything broken down by what you want to do, and obviously it's summed up. I didn't add real prices, so it would normally say $718.
Mm-hmm. And so in
Cool.
addition to the PDFs and the Excels, it looks like you can export a sketch file.
Yes, of course. So just to, when we go down now here, you can then also on the right side say, hey, I want to export just single images of the floor plans, and then you can export them as JPEG, PNG, and DXF is a 3D model. So, and that's the next thing I want to come to. So you can also export the 3D model that you created and then use it in Revit or AutoCAD and then build off of it. And so when we create the 3D model, I don't want to show it right now here because it's in the simulator. I go over to the cloud, and when we go into the projects and just open this project up here, you can then see here the floor plan again. And then you have different options here. You, for example, can create a 3D floor plan. And then you see the model that we just created as a 3D model. And also see the objects here. You see the couch and the refrigerator and the windows. And like this object, you can also export. And also what's really nice, you can share it online. You can publish a project on the web and then like make it really nice, accessible for maybe your office, but also for your client, and your client then sees what you're working on. And then also you have this, I didn't add, you can also in Magicplan add 360 photos and then create like a real estate style tour inside Magicplan. And then you also have access in the cloud to all the files, all the reports that we just created, or also you can see all the images that we added and then also the estimates that we created. Cool.
Yeah, that's great. And so, and you showed a little bit earlier how you can connect to a laser. I guess what other hardware do you guys connect to, or is there specific lasers that you can connect to and others that you can't?
So we can connect to basically, I don't want to say every Bluetooth laser, but we support around 40 different devices. So if a Bluetooth laser if a laser supports Bluetooth, we might be able to connect with them. We support Hilti, Stabila, Leica, WDM, and Bosch. So I think it quite covers all the brands that are out there.
And so is this also, so you showed me how it functions on a phone, and then you showed me how it functions on a desktop. Are these all apps that I can download? Is it web-based? How do I access this?
So Magicplan is a mobile, it's a mobile application, and so you can download it on tablets and on smartphones, and we support both Android and Apple. And so how it works is you can like use your tablet or your telephone, just go to the App Store, download it, and Magicplan is free. And so we also offer one free project right now. We might expand it to 2 projects, and then like users have access to all the different things that I just showed you, all the features for 2 projects. And then after that, like you run into a paywall and then you have to add a subscription.
And then, so after that paywall, is it pricing per user?
It is pricing per user, and for us, a user has two devices. A user has a smartphone and a tablet. So we count users by smartphone and tablet, so you can connect two devices to your Magicplan account.
Okay. And can teams manage in the same environment?
Yes, so what we have this feature called workspaces and teams. And so your workspace is basically your environment where all your projects land. And like it's sometimes hard to understand for customers. You can have different workspaces because some people work for different companies, they're contractors, and so they could have a workspace of company A and a workspace of company B, and like this separate really nicely the projects. And then inside the workspaces, since we see a workspace more like a company, you can have different teams and then build like all those teams. You can like just share projects, but it always works like this, that one user is the project owner and just he can adjust the project or make changes to it. But you can share your project with somebody else in the group, and then the other one will be the owner and has a copy of the project and then can make changes to it. What we don't support is like how do you say, multi-user platforms, just because it makes it too complex, and then like changes, you don't know who did the changes and so on. And so like you really, you have to finish your project and then you can share it and then the other person can work on it.
I guess the last question I would have is, so if I wanted to get started, what's the best way of getting in contact with you or reaching out to Magicplan?
Best way is through our website. We have a contact form there. If you just like, if you're interested, or the best way to get to really the easiest way to get started is to download the Magicplan app on your device and just check it out because it's free. And then if you like it, and there are so many ways to just reach out to us, go to our website, there's a contact form, and yeah, we will answer very quickly normally.
Yeah. Well, Martin, I really appreciate your time. Thanks for walking us through Magicplan. A really powerful app, and obviously has a lot of functionality. And I'm excited to see what comes out next for you guys. But yeah, I can see how a lot of customers are really enjoying this product. So thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you for giving us the platform.